The Police Council has directed that all police officers investigated in the recent police recruitment scam should remain on interdiction, and it includes head of HR, Commissioner of Police, Patrick Timbela. And from all that we're hearing, a number of the police personnel also are supposed to be still remaining on interdiction, and investigations are still continuing. Now, for all this, at the end of the day, there will be prosecutions. Is it not unthinkable that a report comes out that tends to indict directly a top hierarchy personnel of the police service?
Well, obviously, if you have an institution and it gets to that level, you'll be very concerned about that development. But in the context of law, everybody has his own rights to also go through. For all you know, this one is just a task force coming out of a report. After which, if a prosecution should come through, then the right of the person for a counsel will also come in to look at the extent of that report. So I think the process is just going. Now it says that in the interim, the report says that they should still remain on interdiction, and that is great. In some of the papers,
but the point is that the report indicts them that they really were very instrumental in the commitment of the crime, so to speak, if we can say they are crimes.
Yes. For now, we have not concluded on that investigation because the court process has not started, and the right of defense has also not been exercised. So let's carry it as it's going. But I'm also concerned that at the top hierarchy, some of these things are tainting them. It's a problem they will need to overcome. But it's good their task force within their setup in terms of structure has been able to do this in the time promised. So this process should go on. I'm saying they say they should continue to be on interdiction. I'm sure other issues will come out where you have to put up your defenses, if any. Or if you agree with them, then straight away the preferred charges will go. So I think that
this morning the police PRO, Superintendent Sefasata, was on air on this very channel saying that the report will have to be given to the Attorney General's department, and then the prosecution, they have to bring out some charges and all that. We know what the legality should be. The point is that, do you see the commitment?
I think it's a very dicey issue. This ought not to be dealt with within the political lenses, because as it stands now, these are some of the institutions that can keep the nation safe. If we cannot trust the police, then when we have issues in your house, will you be able to call the police to come and possibly help resolve it? That's the first question. The second question is that, you know what, there are some difficulties that I'm seeing from the angles the police are pushing. We have been told that a private citizen is a mastermind behind all this. So a private person masterminded this whole exercise, got the police, and even got somebody within the top of the police hierarchy to sort of buy into this idea. I mean, I find it difficult to comprehend. It's a very dicey issue. The processes, like we stated, that ought to be presented before the police council, where the vice president chairs, so at least they will look at it and see whether there's a need to forward it to the Attorney General. If you want to get to the Attorney General's department, it doesn't necessarily mean that the moment it's got in there, it's going to prosecute.
But the Police Council has already endorsed the recommendations of the task force.
Oh, okay.
Because the task force, they undertook the investigation.
Okay,
and
so,
they have come out
that was
with
like
the
yesterday.
yes.
Yes.
Okay,
so then that it's going for legal advice. Whether they should advance the prosecution.
So the Attorney General, who is the chief legal advisor to government,
I mean, even beyond that, cry. Even when it goes beyond, when it goes to the Attorney General's department, it goes to prosecute and further go to court to prosecute. There are other angles. I mean, the issues and the principles of non prosecution and all that is available to the state. But point is that we need to deal with this comprehensively. Make sure that at least those who are culpable are dealt with. Because if not, we are sending a bad signal to the general public. That is the issue. Because over the years, you realize that every research that comes out in terms of corruption put the police first. More especially within the last 8 years. Every single report, I know you know it. Every single report in terms of corruption index comes out and put the police top. We would want to see our police at least not even winning, but maybe getting the last position or something on that level. But what it does is that it puts fear in most of us. You hear some of these issues of policemen joining robbers, policemen giving their guns to people to go and rob, policemen standing by the roadside. These are petty crimes. But to see this whole orchestrated attempt by top echelons of the police hierarchy to get people through fraudulent means into the police service.
But you do agree it's not been concluded that we have top, if it says top echelons.
Somebody said.
So we have an individual, perhaps, who has been indicted in all this. And then alongside some service personnel.
I mean, one person.
Yes.
The reason why he was interdicted and this issue is being treated with these soft gloves is that because there's a top man in there. Honestly, if there was this...
Are you saying the issue is not being treated with all seriousness?
I mean, it is being treated because they ought to be very careful, because the point is that if you don't take it, there's a possibility of... Because these people have not spoken.
Okay.
They haven't spoken. There's a possibility of the octopus hands getting to other angles that some of us might not be comfortable, or the nation might not be comfortable. Yeah. Of course, they can, when they speak, to be very delicate.
At what point do we have to say, well, the police as an organization is a principal institution making sure we have public safety and law and order. And so when we're making commentary, we have to make commentary in the sense that we don't tend to indict every personnel that is in the service. Yeah. So that we tend to keep the fabric of the service itself and its relationship with the public intact.
Yes, yes. Roland, that's very true. I mean, we don't forget that it still remains a human institution. And no human institution, whatever profession, will claim.
Because they say one nut can spoil the whole bunch of nuts. Yes, but it doesn't mean that we're...
everybody else, and that conclusive statement and judgmental position does not help people at all. The HR officer, COP Timbela, obviously, if there's a recruitment, he will have to sign. So obviously, he's the person to get there. Now, whether there's a complicity depends on the report that has come. And just that should not say that all the police people are like that. Otherwise, there's no...
You are a Minister of State. What have you been hearing?
On this issue? Oh, no,
things that you can't put in public, but just tell us exclusively.
No. Obviously,
what have you been hearing?
I have continuously respected every human being for his integrity and rights. And obviously, I don't go to such areas to draw conclusions about human beings. The processes should get going. And let's conclude. Now, there's a report. The report, if it is possible to straight away go and prosecute, you don't go to the AG. So you need the AG advice, one, for the fact that is it prosecutable? If yes, what are the charges preferable based on the investigation submitted? And when it gets there, people are going to put up their defenses where other issues will come up. So I think we
have to close the subject. The FPP, what do you want to... Okay, keep saying
what
it.
I
look for the FPP
indeed
subject.
Beyond, I mean, like the Honorable said, we ought not to see the entire police force as bad people or criminals. Because I can attest to the fact that indeed there was a time that I traveled to the Volta region. I was coming back on the motorway at night around 2 p.m. I had a problem with my car and all that. I had police people. I think it would be fair to even possibly mention their name. About 4 people. Sergeant William Teria, Lance Corporal Gate.
Are you reporting them?
No, these are... They did a good job. You understand that? Lance Corporal Justice and Corporal Dr. Asuman, all of there's a police highway patrol team. They came to my aid at that part of at that point in time and at that part of the road. The sort of service they rendered to me, I think is unquantified. Do you understand that? So we can say that they did not take even a password from me. I hope you're getting me. So they are good people doing their civil duties.
When the police are approaching you, expect them to take money.
I mean, no.
Or you were expecting.
We've been told that anytime police assist you, you have to part way with some few things. But I'm telling you that there have been occasions that certain individuals from the police
have you given police money before?
No.
Roland.
Right.
When
my question shouldn't go there. Okay, the MPP, sir.
But just a first one, when individuals didn't go to support you at that time, some of them expect something. So obviously.